Hey, it's Aaron, and if you're watching this video right now, maybe you're checking out this website here called care.com, and maybe you're wondering, can you make money through this website, doing little gigs and little jobs? Let's check it all out. Let's find out whether this is a good way to make money, or maybe it's a big waste of time, okay? Anytime you want to get my favorite way to get to $5,000 to $10,000 a month, 100% from home, all you have to do is just click the link all the way below, okay? Now, on this channel, if this is the first time you're on this channel, I have reviewed literally hundreds and hundreds of different ways to make money online. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's find out if care.com is the good or the ugly. Maybe there are better ways for you to earn income online out there. All right, now care.com is basically a job website where you can do a few different things. You can offer childcare, you can offer senior care, you can do housekeeping, you can do pet care, and you can do tutoring. So 5 different things and 5 different ways for you to generate income. All right, it's basically a job portal, right? And they handle all of this. You can also look for childcare, senior care, housekeeping, pet care, and tutoring. So that's what people do. Now, the only way to actually really get access to this platform, though, unfortunately, is for you to become a paid member. All right, now they don't really reveal that on the front. It looks like it's free, and you just have to pay for your for the actual childcare or senior care. But in order for you to post a job and also for you to do the job, you actually have to become a paid member. All right, now you can access this website in all these countries right here. So they're located in most of the big English-speaking countries, some of the big European countries, but it's not available everywhere in the world, just what you see right here. All right, now the important thing to understand about this is that they say that you can earn between $20 and $30 per hour, all right, and we'll talk about that in a second, right? But in order for you to actually get access to this, you can see right here on the website, right? What you actually have to do is you need to make a payment, okay? So this is important. Once you actually sign up for your account, you're going to see this first of all before you can continue, all right? Even if you want to continue with basic, you still have to pay $18.99 per year, which is actually not bad if you're actually getting jobs, right? So it says includes background check, find and apply to jobs, and that's pretty much it, all right? If you want the premium, where you can, the background check is free, you can get higher in the search, rank high in the search results, find and apply to jobs, see who's viewed your profile, be the first to learn about new jobs. This is $4.99 for the first month, and then $8.99 every month after. All right, now again, this is okay if you are actually getting access to a lot of jobs, right? And we'll cover that in a second to see whether people are actually really getting jobs or not, right? And so that is, in essence, the way that care.com works. Okay, so you apply to the website. There are people looking for basically babysitters, nannies, childcare, tutoring, things like that, and you can also offer your services and hopefully find them in the different countries as well, right? So if you become a basic member or premium member, it should be easier for you to get a job. You can set your fee at whatever you want, between $20 and $30 per hour is what the general target is, right? But again, if you charge too high, then people aren't necessarily going to hire you, all right? So it is really about striking a balance. Now, the big question is does this website actually work? Can you really get the jobs that they talk about? Can you really become a babysitter? Can you really become a senior carer? Can you tutor people, right? Because it looks like a 100% legitimate website. So if you're going to pay, you better actually get some decent results, right? Well, what I like to do as well is I like to dive deep and see what other people have said about it. So I use a company called Trustpilot, third-party website, right? And generally speaking, if a company is rated below 4 stars on Trustpilot, usually there are some problems, all right? Now, it's quite a lot of reviews here, 4,407, and they're rated 2.4 star, which is really bad, okay? Now, granted that some of these can be manipulated, right? Because if somebody wants to attack a company, they can attack a company. If people want to raise it and make it look really, really good, they could fabricate that as well on Trustpilot. However, what I like to do is have a look and see whether there are patterns. If people are always saying the same thing, then the chances of that happening is quite high. All right. Now, they have 73% 1 star. Now, while I don't agree with all of the 1 star complaints, there are some complaints here that seem pretty legitimate. All right. And so a lot of what people are saying, the ones that are giving 1 star, are saying that they're paying monthly for a service, but they're not actually getting contacted with any jobs. Okay. Now, the thing is, you have to understand with these kinds of with these kinds of websites, it really does depend on a few things. It depends on a little bit of luck. It depends on your location, right? It depends also on your experience and how good your profile actually is. If your profile isn't that great, then people aren't necessarily going to hire you, right? So it's not just about, you pay monthly and then you set it and forget it. It's about working on your profile, reaching out to people, trying to actually get jobs, making sure you can build on your profile and that kind of thing. So what people are saying is that they pay for it, they don't get contacted at all right? What some other people have said, which is actually a little bit more worrying, is they said that the company said they were going to charge them $8.99 a month or $4.99 a month, but for a background test they were secretly charged $200 or $300 for a background test, which is not in their terms of service. So they're being mischarged, and that, I think, is the bigger problem, right? And a few people have actually said that in the 1-star, unfortunately, right? Now, some people have complained that, look, it's a monthly thing. Why are they charging so much money for a monthly service? I mean, yes, it can be expensive, but if you're getting jobs, then that's okay. But if your profile sucks and you're not getting jobs, then that's not so great, right? So again, got to take it with a pinch of salt. So I think that there's some legitimate complaints here and some that are not so legitimate, all right? Now, the other thing as well is that there are people that are actually getting good service from this. So the 5 stars, if you take a look at the 5-star ones, right? It's not all doom and gloom. There are people that are actually getting, care. People that are working and doing from both sides, right? Doing the job and actually posting for the job. Some people are saying that they are, getting some good care. All right, there was a good selection of providers. Skepticism turned to great experience. I was first skeptical as I never experienced hiring a caregiver for my dad. Care made it simple and stress-free. It was easy to create an account, blah, 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 right? So that's great. Okay, so some people have had good experiences, right? So some complaints, some not so great complaints, but wait, there's more. And I think that this is important for you to consider, right? So I dived a little bit deeper and I found out that FTC took action against Care.com for deceiving caregiver about wages and availability of jobs on their website. Okay, so they were actually they were charged $8.5 million to refund harmed consumers. All right, so I'm going to summarize basically what this entire article is about. Basically, they were charged on 4 different things. The first thing, unfortunately, is they were inflating the amount of numbers available on their website, right? So in their ads, in their Facebook ads, their Instagram ads, they were saying that they've got a lot of jobs available, when in reality, they didn't have that many jobs. That was the first problem. The second problem was they were inflating the pay amounts. That means that on their ads, they were saying stuff, and on their website, they were saying things like, if you want to become a caregiver for a senior person, on average, you'll earn about $26 per hour, when in reality, the market rate that they were actually making on their actual service was only about $13 to $15, right? So they were inflating the amount of pay on their website, when in reality, it was very, very different. The third thing, which actually is actually a really big problem, is they were making it very difficult for people to cancel. All right, so once you actually become a member, whether you are looking for a service or you're offering the service, it was very difficult for people to cancel. They were making them jump through lots of hoops, and they were using language that was very, very inaccurate, very difficult for people to cancel. So they kept getting charged on their credit card, and that's really bad. You shouldn't be doing business that way, right? And then the fourth thing as well is because there was a lack of jobs, but so many people trying to look for jobs, you're basically paying for nothing. So you're being in a monthly membership where you're not really getting the service that you paid for, and that's really, really bad. All right, so a few different things there, and just things to kind of look out for. And so they were charged $8.5 million by the Federal Trade Commission, and that's not good, right? Now maybe they have changed their ways. All right, so maybe Care.com learned their lesson. They've changed their ways. Obviously, it's not all bad, right? There are some people that have managed to use it, but they don't have a really great pass, unfortunately, right? They've got a bit of a checkered pass. So, I mean, you could come on here and you could try Care.com. You could pay the $4.99, or maybe you do the basic for $18.99. That's what I would probably do. If you really want to try this, do the basic plan for $18.99 per year. And just see see what your experiences are. If you get responses, if you're getting jobs, then great. If you don't get any jobs within the first couple of months and you're trying really hard, then maybe care.com is not going to work for you, okay? But really, just be careful about the charges because they have overcharged people in the past. Some people have been okay, some people have not been okay, so it's not consistent, right? But they do have this FTC, charge against them, which I don't think is great for care.com overall, okay? But only you can make that decision for yourself on whether or not you want to try this type of service or not. If you do, you can check out care.com. Okay, now if you're here watching this video right now, maybe you are looking for a way to generate some extra income. Right now on this channel, I have reviewed many different strategies, many websites, many apps, many business models on how you can make additional money, either doing a gig or a job or a business or an app or whatever it is. But I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? Some strategies are really horrible, some were okay, some were really good. Now, out of all the really good strategies, there was one that I actually used to completely change my life. I used it to quit my full-time job. I generate multiple 5 figures a month from this particular strategy. I think it's great for beginners to do it at home and actually start generating income. If you would like to see how I do it, I've got a free masterclass that shows you how to do it step by step. It's just the link all the way below this video. I hope you enjoyed this review today of care.com. Be careful, all right, on your money-making journey. I wish you all the best. See you on another video review. Take care.